Alrighty, tidy, lefty, and righty. Hello, friends and strangers on the internet. Welcome back to my channel. We are back with the second part of the Mayday in the Making documentary series. Today we will be continuing episodes 4 through 6. Again, this is the warning, Mayday in the Making documentary. We're just gonna jump into it. I don't think there's a reason to extend this intro any further. It's basically just part 2 of the other one. Yeah, let's jump into this. Yeah, let's go. Let me make sure everything's all set up though. All right, everything's all set up. Are y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Part 4 of the Mayday in the Making documentary series from The Warning. Again, the playlist will be in the description if you would like to watch this without my reaction, if you are somehow here without watching part 1. Anyway, let's jump into this. Let's go. I said let's go, computer.
Technology played a huge part in our band. We became known because of a YouTube video.
Social media is such a big part for us as a band, and without social media, we wouldn't have reached all those people who listen to our music right now.
I honestly don't know how they do what they do, but I know that the numbers don't lie.
When it comes to going viral at the age that they did, they've had a head start building this social media and online presence that people would pay millions to obtain.
That's an amazing thing to see. I mean, to have this type of fan dedication and loyalty this early is, it's really impressive. And it speaks to the fact that their music really touches people.
It does though. Like, I feel touched by it, by their music, by their personalities, pretty much just like everything about them. I feel touched by it, and I clearly I'm not alone given some of the things I read in the comments. My goodness. Let's keep going.
When you start out in music, the first thing that you think about is not really like, how am I going to manage my social media? It's the last thing that you're thinking of.
When I first met them, they had already gone viral because they were uploading videos of them doing covers and practicing music so that their grandparents could see it.
When the attention came in, it was like pretty shocking.
What we did as a team was land it with a proper strategy and a vision. We all talk about what we're doing in social media every day.
It is like a lot to do, but honestly, like, it helps us a lot.
Thank you, patrons. Shout out to all of you. You are awesome.
This community and friendships have been, forged all over the world.
We're always thinking of new ways to create new content for them.
And
Tell me in the comments if you've made friends because of this band. I'm just curious. Like, I'm like genuinely curious. I just want to know, like, have you, because he said that like people have made friendships. I want to know, like, how many of y'all have actually made friendships over this band? I'm just curious to see it. Anyway, I'll take it back a little bit. I think I interrupted Danny there.
Forged all over the world.
We're always thinking of new ways to create new content for them.
And even if it just was like one person, it means something to them. That's an incredible feeling.
I think that they just feel like more responsibility to their audience, to their fans. They're constantly evolving and working more for them.
It can kind of be intimidating as our fan base grows. It's very hard not to think about what other people might think.
To think like, I kind of need to be perfect. I mean, being a like woman in rock is a whole thing.
We have gone through a lot of different experiences, mostly on stage, where we would get these looks like, what are these little girls gonna do?
Like, our treatment was sometimes very, very different. Like, the staff would treat you different, the bands would treat you different. I remember going at festivals when I was like 11. People would look at us like, oh, what are they gonna do here? Suddenly we started playing and everyone was just like shocked by what we did, and I was like, yeah. People really don't expect a lot out of you because they're not used to seeing women on these stages.
It is very nerve-wracking to go out in front of everyone and be that vulnerable. You see, like, this is me, this is what I do. Do you like it?
It's not easy for them being young, being female in a rock genre, and I think they're gonna bring change to that.
The most important thing in what we do is to just stay true to ourselves.
I'm really proud that this is a group of girls. I think there's so much talented female musicians out there, but historically they've been underrepresented in rock and roll. I don't really know what the reason is, but if I can be a part of helping to bring that energy to the forefront, then that's what I want to do.
You know, in such a male-dominated field, to see not only three women but three sisters playing rock music, it was awesome. Also, being a father of two daughters, it was inspiring to see that too. It's something I wanted them to see.
We step up our game just to prove we belong here.
Rock and roll and music in general is for everyone to enjoy.
It doesn't matter who's playing the music. If you like it and if it's good and if you think it's good, that's what matters.
They are the future of rock and roll.
Playing rock and roll, like there's no energy equal to that.
To see like all these people that are from all around the world, some of them are older, some of them are younger, how they all just connect like through the power of music.
And it's so fun to see people having fun with you. It's just like a big party.
When young girls reach out to us, it's the most satisfying feeling ever.
You can feel it. When people tell you what your music means to them, it's such an indescribable feeling.
Like when someone comes up to you in the meet and greet and they're like, I started playing the drums because of you.
Aw.
Oh my God,
That's
like you feel like
amazing.
crying. It shows that anyone can do what we're doing.
It's easy for people to blow up on the internet and kind of not act like it's a thing, but these girls, they dedicate time every day to try and make sure that someone in their fan group or their whole fan group has an experience.
There are so many people that follow us and listen to our music. If I am just able to keep doing what I'm doing right now and keep touching like people's hearts this way, I'm happy.
I really love what I do, and I'm very grateful that all of you have given me the chance to prove it and to be it and to share it with you.
Aw. I love her smile. Oh dear, it's gonna play another ad. Oh, that one definitely tugged at my heartstrings, like for sure. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna get things set up for part 5 and get my face back to normal and make it less leaky, hopefully. And yes, I'll be back in a moment. Alrighty, and we're back with the part 5 of the Warning Mayday in the Making. This one's called Goals and Moving Forward. Let's get it set up. Beautiful, and let's jump into this. Let's go.
We had never
Oops, dang
really
it, I keep
worked with
forgetting
people
to
outside
turn
of
my
like
volume on.
we had never really worked with people outside of like our trusted group.
My first actual personal interaction was when I met them. They were playing 2 sold-out nights at Mercury Lounge, and I came the first night and checked it out and was so blown away. I came back the second night with Jason Flom.
Devin O'Connor, our senior A&R person at Lava, she invited me to go to a show at the Mercury Lounge. And I think it was a cold winter's night. And I've been to the Mercury Lounge too many times in my life, but I went and my head exploded.
Going from being an independent band to a signed band is a very big change.
Because we have been independent since we started and we had been doing really well.
For years, we've always kind of seen where the band is going independently. We started seeing this growth, and we would ask ourselves, it's like, how far can we take it ourselves? And then when is it time to start searching for partners?
We just didn't want to sign with someone who would take control over our music. When Lava approached, it was just like an amazing opportunity for us.
The Warning had great touring numbers, great Spotify numbers, great social media interaction. Their fans are diehard. But first and foremost, the most important part is the music, and the music blew me away.
At Lava, we like to sign great artists. It's really a simple criteria.
When we were approached by Lava, we dove in and definitely found very clear pattern. It was the same sound and look before Jason got him than after.
When they actually reached out to us, we couldn't believe it. And me being an amazing, like a big Paramore fan, I was just like, wow, Jason Blum just got, oh wow.
But when we started talking with Lava, we clicked. We were on the same page. I knew that this was the step that we had to take, that we would be able to to be on another level now.
It took a long time
We were negotiating for 7 months.
That's a long
But we
time.
finally did it.
Signing with Lava was like a game changer for us.
Complete game changer.
When we signed, it was so, it was just such a big relief.
And now, with the whole Lava team behind us, I feel super powerful.
That's
Honestly, I am so grateful.
We're this super strong team.
Being the first rock band in Latin American
That's
history.
got to be really kind of cool to like go from like your family and your close friends and like that being your team to like having like the backing of like of an actual label and like still keeping that like feeling of it being like a family and like a team. That's probably really awesome. That probably feels really great. It's kind of like the family just got bigger. And, like the way they're describing it, that's what it sounds like their family just got a bit bigger and had like corporate backing behind it of some sort. Like that's really really cool. I mean, I don't really know much about Lava Records. I'm kind of like, I don't know much about them. She said something about Paramore, so I'm guessing that's the label that, you know, also produced Paramore's music. So that gives me a little bit of context, but the rest of it is just like whoosh right over my head. I don't know much about record labels or like who they've signed and who is with who. Not something I know much about, but yeah, it just sounds really exciting to have such a big, powerful team behind you and still have that family dynamic kind of feel. Like that sounds really really cool. Anyway, let's keep going. I think I interrupted somebody, so I'm gonna keep going.
We're this super strong team.
Yeah.
Being the first rock band in Latin American history to sign with a US major record
that's
label
cool.
definitely has to be my proudest moment, and every grain of sand that I contributed to that is something that I'll cherish forever. That's one for the books.
Ever since we signed, we've gotten like so many opportunities. Like we got to record our third album during a pandemic.
With the power of a record label, we can make songs for different artists. We can get our songs in movies or anything. Like the possibilities are endless. Our earliest goals for the band, like we're gonna learn this song and we're gonna rock it. We're gonna be on time. I mean, those are still goals. But as we grew like up until now, our goals have changed drastically.
I would just really love to play all over the world
That's
and
amazing.
like have my music reach out to like as many people as possible.
And we would love to, you know, go on a world tour, get our music everywhere, and just kind of like share that love for music
Oh my gosh,
that we have.
isn't it exciting though? Because they're about to go on a world tour of sorts, aren't they? Like, I don't remember where they were going, but I remember like reading something like they were going to go overseas to go on tour. Somebody tell me where it was because I don't remember. But I do remember reading something about them like doing I don't know about a world tour, but they're going overseas to do like an international, is that the right word? But to do a tour like in another country, which is so super exciting. But like not just in another country, like coming to America or some shit, like they're or something. They're like going to like over an ocean or something. Somebody would tell me. I don't have all the details, but somebody tell me because I don't remember and it's gonna bug me. Anyway, let's keep going.
Wherever we can.
I can envision a stadium full of fans rocking out to the warning. If we were able
Right?
to help make that happen, it would be, you know, just it would just be magical.
Future hope for the band is world domination.
Yeah, we want to tour the world. We want to melt faces, rock out on stage. We want to break stereotypes and show the world that dreams do come true.
My goal for them is that they become the biggest band in the world. You know, it sounds crazy, but it's actually possible.
I think
it's
so.
going to take a ton of hard work. And it's also going to take some lucky breaks at the end of the day. I think that is within the realm of possibility. There's no reason that they can't do that.
Right?
Our favorite place we traveled as a band, I think we have each one different in mind. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
let's just say it at the same time and see if it matches up.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Argentina!
Ah! Ah! We got
Argentina
That's
was
awesome.
awesome. It was such a great tour.
It was our first time having like such a long tour.
We
2
were-
weeks. It was a
2
great.
weeks.
It was a
Yeah.
2-week
2
tour
weeks.
with
It was our
Educativa,
first time there.
and it was amazing.
It was
Honestly,
absolutely
I'm
amazing.
dying to go back to Argentina. The energy
It's
the
so different.
Argentina like public has. Wow.
We
Awesome.
miss you guys.
Aw, that's sweet. That's very sweet. I'm not even sure what to say other than it's just really great, like, listening to them talk about this. I also agree that, like, they really could be the biggest rock band in the world. Like, I genuinely agree with that sentiment. Like, I think that's totally totally possible for them. Like, as much heart and soul and talent as they have, as much love as they have for each other and for the music they make, and just for the journey they've had so far, like, I totally see that being possible. Like, yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go ahead and get things set up for part 6, where they talk about the EP, the final part, and yeah, see y'all in a few minutes. Well, a few seconds for y'all. See you in a few seconds. Shooby doo bop, shooby dooby dooby doo bop. Okie dokie, artichoke. We are back with the 6th and final episode of the Mayday in the Making documentary series from The Warning, and this one is talking about the EP. Let's jump into this. Let's go.
COVID.
Once we signed with Lava, we didn't want to lose any time.
The band was about to go on a tour, and then COVID hit, so everything that they were working on got canceled. And so they shifted the target immediately to, okay, we're going to make the record now.
And David Bendeth was a name that crossed between options that they brought to the table and options that we had seen. Really quickly, it became, okay, let's get him on a Zoom.
We had a Zoom call with him. Like there was just like a connection. We shared the same vision. We were actually very, very excited, very nervous as well, because we knew it was gonna be like tough.
Teenagers are different than any other band. You know, they're very pliable.
We were really nervous. Looking back on that call, David was also nervous. Like, we see it, and I was like, "Why were you nervous?" Like we were shaking. You are David Bendeth.
Wow, that's gotta be a surreal experience.
Making an album in the middle of a global pandemic was a very unique experience.
We started lockdown in March. We had not left our house until September. We were really respectful of like the safety of it all.
Obviously, it was COVID, and the first thoughts across my mind were, how is this going to work? But what we did was we were in the bubble.
We decided after a lot of conversations about it that we were going to record it in New Jersey.
We did COVID testing, we traveled with seat covers and masks and face shields and gloves, antibacterial and sprays and wipes. Nobody on our team got COVID.
Yay.
We were all very careful and very professional. And I think, that just makes this album that much more special.
We were just in a little bubble all the time.
I think it kept us really in the zone.
It was definitely scary starting at first, because of course the questions come up of maybe if we wait another month, things will be safer. But it ultimately came down to the fact that the music was ready, and it feels urgent, it feels relevant. We want to put this music out.
Yeah.
Working with David and Rick was a very new experience for us. Actually never worked like this much with people who only talk in English.
Their English is amazing. My Spanish is absolutely awful. The one time that I brought up a mispronunciation, I can't remember if it was Danny or Pau, one of them said something and I jumped on it. And you just hear Allie from the back, your Spanish sucks. You gotta watch out. You don't know who's waiting in the wings to get you.
This third album, I am so proud of what we did with it.
It came out very generational, very social. More than anything, I think we want to call out people to think.
It's about Gen Z, it's about technology, it's about communication. The new album is the world from The Warning's perspective.
Since we evolved as people, we changed, our views of the world changed, we grew up. I think our writing and our music changed and grew as well.
In this instance, you could tell that each one of them had spent time honing their craft and practicing. I saw a crack in the door where I could push them and I could open a world to them where they could be less rigid. Even though it's tough and they don't like it, they're built to withstand it. And so you could push them. And so I did.
It was great to see how our different opinions meshed and became this great album.
We really stepped out of our little box of songwriting.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, there was moments when it was extremely tense.
It was sometimes like, David, that's not how it is right now. And David was like, well, this is how it should be. And we're like, ah! We had a lot of conversations about how to meet a healthy middle.
I guess the best way to say it's how you...
I wonder what that was like, because they're all kind of in this bubble due to the COVID restrictions and whatnot. I can imagine that certain conversations would be kind of tense, and that certain disagreements could get kind of tense after having to be with the same people after several months. You know, oh my gosh, that was an unfortunate place to pause on Pow's face, but yeah, that's I can imagine how tense that could be, and how heated certain disagreements could get potentially. Wow, especially over disagreements when it comes to like creating art together. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, that had to be a an adventure.
Right now, and David was like, well, this is how it should be, and we're like, ah! We had a lot of conversations about how to meet a healthy middle.
I guess the best way to say it's how you come back from that determines how much you've grown.
Working with them was incredible, and we all got to learn so much from the process. I feel super confident about the next steps I'm taking as a musician because I got to learn from the pros.
All the work with David Bandit, it was a blessing. It was amazing.
Everybody missed them. We were with them for like so long. It was an amazing experience.
I hope that this record goes platinum and we all have plaques on our walls. You know, as far as for the band, I wish them all the success in the world.
We know that we have much to learn every single day. There's always something more.
My dreams and goals for them is for them to grow as players, to keep writing songs. But my biggest goal for them would be to stay in touch with who they are and never lose that.
Our love for what we do is so real and it's so big. Like, why have we worked so hard for so long to just stop here?
Un día exitoso.
Yay! Un día exitoso!
Aw. Oh, they're so much fun. They're so sweet. I just love how much excitement is on their face and like behind their eyes when they talk about their music, and it's like I love seeing that. Like, it's just their eyes, like, especially Pow, like, but all of them, their eyes just really light up as they're talking about their music and about their journey, and it's just really nice to see. It warms my heart to see them just love what they're doing so much. I'm really glad I got to watch that, and I got to learn a lot about this one EP in particular. This was released 2 years ago, so it's kind of amazing how far they've come just in that 2 years, isn't it? Like, they're talking about, like, we want to, you know, go on a world tour, and it's like 2 years later ish, maybe more, because sometimes the description is a little off. Yeah, a little over 2 years later, and they're like, I remember seeing that they're gonna go somewhere. I don't remember where. Somebody told me, but like, they're gonna go somewhere that's like across an ocean from like, you know, North and South America. They're gonna go across an ocean somewhere and tour there, and that's so exciting for them. Like, I love that for them. That's so cool. And like, I don't know what other tours they're going on, but like, they're definitely like world class. I'm so excited for them and their future, and it seems they're very excited. And it's just like crazy to see how far they've come just in that 2 years alone. That's so great. Thank you so much to the who was it? It was a coffee donation. Thank you so much to the coffee supporter who suggested this documentary series. I really appreciate you for that. It was very wholesome. It was very sweet. Really made me feel a lot of feelings, mostly like excitement for them, and like just like a general like heartwarmed like wholesomeness. Let's just listen to them talk about how excited they are to make their music and to, you know, be on this journey as a family and how it's grown over time. Like, that was awesome, and I got a lot of insight into like, you know, the process of them going from being an independent band to like being a signed band. That's a really interesting part of their story. That's so cool. But again, thank you so much for your donation and support for my channel and for suggesting this series. I do appreciate you so much, and thank you everybody who's made it this far in the video. I don't know how long it's going to end up being because I had to record it in like 3 different parts, but it's probably going to be pretty long. So I appreciate everybody who's made it this far and put up with my sleepy ramblings. Y'all are the real MVPs. I don't know, I'm sleepy, y'all, but I will see y'all in the next video because I am tired. Bye for now.